we going into our podcast now?
No.
I just realized, I'm like, wait, is this a rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Shoot, how should I start it up? Hello and welcome to Rabbitholes. I'm Kate, and right now I have Charles.
Hello.
He's stepping in for April, who will hopefully be in the next episode. How I am going to do my podcast, because this is the first time I'm doing it. I have a hat. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like a whisper, but I have a hat full of paper, and in the paper I had people give me 2 random words, and we're just gonna see where it takes us. It's gonna be a nice little journey. We'll just see how it goes. Fire. Speaking of tiki torches.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Yeah, we don't have to go back there.
The audience is gonna be like, huh? What? Tiki torches? Is this a racist?
We were talking about marshes that happened a long time ago.
A racist? I feel like I'm gonna sound like a pyro, but I love fire.
So, fun story.
Oh.
For the longest time, and I think this is how at least I'm gonna play these. Is anytime a word comes up, I'm gonna try to relate it to some mistake that I've made in my past.
Oh no, that's what I'm doing too. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going.
You go first. All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So for the longest time, I was hanging out with my girlfriend, and for the longest time, I have had missing hairs on the outside of both my right and my left, like calves.
What did you do?
So I thought for a bit, and it's like a huge patch.
Uh-huh.
So anybody who knows me can come over and be like, "Oh man, your calves are smooth as eggs."
Smooth as a lady.
At first I thought it was because I was wearing like high socks, because my dad wore high socks for like a very, very long time, and then his leg hair just disappeared.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, well, that doesn't explain like the other side of my leg. So it turns out I remembered why it's gone. It was gone because when I was younger, I watched my friend, I'm not going to name any names, but he was a real maniac, where he lit his arm hair on fire.
What?
And it just crumbled. So I decided to do that to my thigh.
Oh, God. Continue.
So I did it to my thigh, and I was like, oh, man, this is awesome. And then after a couple of days, it didn't grow back. So I was like, oh, geez, I got to even this thing out. So I went to my right thigh, and I did that. And the right isn't not that good.
I keep on gasping because I'm just like listening, and you're like, I just lit my whole body on fire to even everything out.
I didn't light my whole body on fire. It was just my calf, and I didn't light it on fire. You just light a lighter, and then you get it close to the hairs, and the hairs like.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Away.
Yeah.
So, not saying this to anybody who sees me on the street, if you even know who I am.
Grab his calf.
That's the. You now have one excuse to grab my calf.
Just grab him.
In open public. I have no problem with people grabbing my calves, and rubbing them. It's got really weird really fast.
It did. Grab his calf. It's like a chant all of a sudden. Grab his. It's like a game show. Grab his calf.
I was thinking more of like a slogan that you put on a shirt or something. Grab
That's
the
what
calf.
Yeah, grab that calf. But it's like everyone's like a baby cow.
Yeah, it's the conservative version of Donald Trump's.
Oh my God.
other grabbing body.
No.
It's the conservative version. It's the PG version. Grab him by the calf.
Grab him by the calf, and it's just like a little baby calf down below the font.
Not just a specific gender. Grab all calves. That's the new slogan.
Yeah, grab all calves.
Ask first,
then grab them. If you want to see how tone it is, just ask, then grab.
Ask for the calf.
Ask for the calf. I like how this is the first episode and we already have a quote, like a motto.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when you get garbage people.
Why'd you catch yourself?
What do you mean? That's
I thought that was...
Now the audience is wondering: is he saying that she's a garbage person,
or is he
trying to talk? Is he saying that like he's a garbage person?
Is he saying that to himself?
Yeah, and the way that I'm going to answer that question is I'm not going to answer that question. And I either think that I'm a horrible person or that I have terrible self-image.
Keep them on their calves, you would say.
Yeah, so think on that. Anyway, you had a story about fire.
I did. I am low-key / high-key, depending on the moment. I'm very aware of sparklers, if that makes sense. Like 4th of July sparklers.
Like you have like a psychic connection to the sparkle universe.
Oh, absolutely.
When a sparkler is around, you're just like, oh, there's a sparkler.
I stop on the sidewalk and I have like my 2 fingers to my forehead, and I'm like, something's lit. And they're like, yeah, it is lit. I'm like, no, like not like the party. A sparkler's lit.
And some dude comes up with his mixtape. He's like, yeah, it's my mixtape.
I'm like, no, get that trash. But I'm like Smokey the Bear, but like no fire is happening yet. But I'm just like a sparkler. A sparkler is happening right now. A sparkler sparkling.
The sparkle is born.
That's so beautiful. So poetic.
Yeah.
But like when I was little, on 4th of July, we would go to our grandparents' house, and we had sparklers one year. And when I was little, I sucked my thumb. I don't know why I'm saying this. When I was little, I sucked my thumb, and just a fun fact, I had a sparkler, and I can't remember if it was an older cousin or an aunt, but like the sparkle sparkled. I was like amazed by it because I was a kid, and then all of a sudden it went out, and I thought when it was out, like it was fine to touch. Like the fire was gone, there's no heat, that's fine. So I touched it with my thumb, my good thumb, and it burned me, and I dropped it, and then I spent the rest of the night with my thumb in a cup of ice water. And there's a picture. Charles and I, we spent, was it last year, 4th of July? Yeah. Melody, Charles's girlfriend, had sparklers, and then she was taking pictures of us with the sparklers. And like I hate like how the sparklers like go, because it looks like it's gonna burn you, and it just triggers my past memories of being burned by the sparkler stick.
You say that like it's Vietnam.
Yeah, I just have flashbacks.
The past memory for me. I started firing.
I just start screaming. I just start yelling, and someone has to
go off, and I start throwing fists.
Someone has to catch my calves to calm me down.
Yeah, they hold your calves. They rub your calves.
Exactly. Like if you look at the picture, like I look so scared, because and I have like the sparklers so far away from my body, because I'm just very aware of like the spark of the sparkle, and I'm just so nervous that it's gonna happen again one day when I'm off.
Can I be like really honest with you?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was just because you were constipated.
Really?
Like you're like, I wasn't looking, but looking at the photo,
I'm like tense.
Your butt was sticking out real far, almost as if you were trying to pull away from your stomach.
I was both things, because I was so nervous, I was so tense, I was so locked up.
Yeah, and it looked like you were straining to keep something in.
My fear. Me screaming. Me screaming
I would also be afraid if I was constipated.
Yes, especially because we were nowhere near a restroom.
We were right near like the river.
There's
that.
I was gonna say no one has done it, but knowing the Potomac River, it's not that safe. When I was little, it was like F grade, and they let us swim in it, and it's like radioactive and all that stuff. But now it's C grade, so it's a little progress.
Okay, cool.
It's making its way.
That's fire. I think we've got like a time for like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. This one's kissing booth. So instead of saying kissing booth, because like, have you ever? I think a kissing booth's a myth. I've never seen it at a fair or carnival or anything. It's just like a movie.
You know, I think it was probably one of the most exciting things before people figured out that STDs are not just on your junk.
Damn it.
I get the idea of a kissing booth.
Yeah.
But as a person who like like enjoys a monogamous relationship,
Yeah.
I want to have like a movie booth, a one-on-one dinner booth, and then we'd get the kissing booth.
Yeah.
And then after that we'd have the like meeting your parents for the first time booth, and then the are we going through the same argument again booth. We do the whole thing.
Exactly. You just have different stations for each stage of the relationship. Yeah, like you're like, you just like go outside and you're like, ready for this fight booth? And they're like, yeah, I've been ready.
Why don't we have a like trying something for the first time booth? Like they
Exactly.
ask you what you haven't done, like fruit for the first time, like you've never had kiwi before.
I've had kiwi.
I'm not saying that you are a lot of people.
I said it so offended. I'm like, of course I've had kiwi.
You got offended for the people who like haven't had kiwi. You're like, hold up.
Wait a second.
I'll
As
let
people
you know.
who's had kiwi, I've had kiwi.
Yeah, so like I don't really have anything against a kissing booth. I haven't seen a kissing booth in a long time, and again, I think that's partially because of the scare of like STDs and stuff. It's like I don't know this person.
I think kissing booths are like just the idea, because I know like back in the day, I bet they were like a big thing, like especially like in high school, like your crush is hired for the kissing booth, and you're like, finally, now's my chance, and they're like the last one in the line for the kissing booth, and then she's like, well, I gotta roll over my shift, and it's a different person.
The chances of getting that one person that you were really interested in, I'm sure it's fine for people who just want to get kissed.
Yeah.
But if you had in mind somebody that like that you were really interested in, I don't know, like the time when those died out.
Yeah.
But I doubt that they are in big cities. I don't think you'd see a kissing booth in New York. I feel like that would be a terrible idea.
That'd be like heavy traffic for those kissing booths.
That would be terrible. That'd be awful. So I feel like it's more of like a little tiny quaint town sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like they've got the bobbing for apples is actually a prided tradition.
Oh yeah.
And then next to that you got the kissing booth. So I feel like the ratio of people you like to people you don't like would be smaller there, but also it'd be kind of hard to be like, you'd have to convince the person that you want. It's like, hey, you know what's like awesome? Kissing booth, but only for me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna treat myself to this.
That'd be the tough part.
Yeah, exactly. I just think it would be awkward, like, cause then like you're assigned to the kissing booth for like an hour, and then you have to like face like people who are way above your age or way below your, I don't know what the rules were for the kissing booth. I guess whoever was there in line, you got.
Yeah, I would hate it if during the kissing booth, like my dad was in front of me.
0 out of 10, would not do it again.
Yeah.
Would not recommend. I know how to tie it in with fire, our first category. Like how we've been talking about herpes, so it's like fire with a kissing booth, you get herpes. Like if you feel.
Oh.
Yes.
You did not have to. I didn't know we were tying these
No,
together.
I didn't know either. Then I was like, this is genius. I gotta share with the whole class.
Oh, no. That's genius in the way that it's like evil genius. Everybody leaves the class because you're in detention now.
Aw.
That's awful.
You were having first kisses with these people, and first kisses are so awkward.
Oh, I like first kisses. That's me. I'm a huge fan of first kisses.
Would always go for the first kiss.
Oh no, I try to be as gentlemanly as possible.
That's sweet.
Also because I don't want people to the worst thing, even though everybody's seen it in the movies and everybody likes it where the guy just goes for it, what happens, you don't ever see the scenario where the girl just says, oh no thank you, no thank you.
Oh, I've had those scenarios for sure.
Yeah, because you're the girl.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if the girl goes for it, the guy, like...
He's like, oh, finally.
Most times the guy would probably be like, okay, I'm down with this. But also the guy probably wouldn't be like, oh, no.
Stop her.
Yeah, he might just go, hey, no,
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Well, let's not say it. I'll leave that genderless, because I'm sure guys have said no thank you and girls have said no thank you.
People are like, I have a flare up on my lip. I can't do it.
Yeah, but I personally like to. I go through almost like a request form. I'm like, hey, what would it be like if you liked me? Because there is a high probability that I like you. And if things are going well, they're like, well, if you like me, then I probably like you too. And I'm like, okay, check. And if
Progress.
If this were to occur, there might be a desire for lips to connect at some point. Would you also be interested? Would you say that you'd be interested in that on a scale of 1 to 10? They'd be like, well, probably like a 9 or an 8. Like, okay, so you're pretty down for this. Now I'm gonna be very, very frank with you, if I haven't been so far. I believe that those two things are actually accurate, and I'd be very interested in pursuing to see if this is worthwhile. If you're still down, as the locals say, for pursuing number 1 and number 2, would you be interested on a scale of 1 to 10? And they usually, if it's still going well, they'll just say, you can kiss me now. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness. I wait them out until they finally roll their eyes and say yes.
Fine. No, I'm kidding. I just got a puppy kiss.
That's why I hardly have, like, my amount of girlfriends is, like, very, very low. Because they get bored. They're like, are you going to make a move? And I'm like, not until I know without a shadow of doubt that you like me. Meanwhile, holding my emotions very close to my chest, because I'm a sensitive flower.
You are. You're very sensitive. No, Rowie, no. No.
He's like, I'm sensitive too.
I'm here too. You're not paying attention at all. You just gave me a kiss. Thank you. Rosie, please. Puppy love. Rowie. I know this is your kind of conversation. I know. Oh, Rosie, that's too loud.
You know what the term puppy love means,
I think
right?
it's gross.
Imagine a little puppy and how it acts when you come in the room as opposed to a 10-year-old dog.
That's fair.
Yeah, the puppy love is the, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever.
This is life. I love living.
Yes, I'd rather die than not see you.
Yeah.
That's puppy love.
There's just so many emotions. I can't register what's going on with me.
Yeah, with less of the wetting yourself when you see them out of sheer excitement.
That's why I love dogs. I'm very independent when it comes to relationships. Like, I don't like too much attention, because then I feel like I'm forced, if that makes sense. Like, if I get asked on a date too many times, like, I'm like, no, how about we forget the date? Because then I feel like I'm being pushed into a situation, and I don't want to be pushed into a situation where I'm giving in to the person because they want to do, you know what I mean, like a date.
Yeah, so are you talking about, like, date after you're, like, dating, or just date like they're trying to get to know you more date?
I'm just trying to get to know me more. Like, I hate, like people being too eager for me. Like, it's just like, calm down, I'm just a person. Like, it's okay. Like, let's take it down a notch, shall we?
I can understand that, but every now and then somebody, at least for me, I don't always feel that way, and I'm sure that's the case with everybody, but there are just certain moments where you're like, good land, this person is either the bad kind, this person is my world, or the good kind, this person is a huge part of my world, and I need to parade this.
Yeah.
I need to sound the bells, announce to the world that, you know, I'm this person, and this person is mine. Yeah. I get those every now and then.
Yeah, like. And
I shut them down real quick.
Not now.
I'm kidding, but yeah.
But I think everyone likes it. Like, I like those moments too where I get to be shown off to the world, and then they're like, that's enough showing her off, and I get I'm like, that's enough for me, and I just close the door. Because I'm very,
Yeah.
like, I gonna edit all these legs. How to articulate it? I don't like attention that much if it's all focused on me. Like, I like sharing attention, if that makes sense. So I don't like being, like, paraded around too much or too often, but I like small things, like small little things, like little surprises here and there, or things that, like a text that's like, oh, I thought of you because of this. I'm like, oh, he remembers. So sweet.
Yeah, you're like a little cuckoo clock. You like popping out every now and then.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God I'm not cuckoo. You call me crazy? No kidding.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy.
No, nothing of the sort.
You crazy woman. You need to calm down with your emotions.
Wonderful person all around. You're just bee's knees, even though bees don't have knees.
Yeah, so where do we even get that from? The bee's knees.
Have no idea.
The 20s. The bee's knees. No one even questioned it, I bet. They're like, yes, science hasn't proven it wrong. Let's just go with it.
Well, I'm sure somebody said it because it rhymes. And
Yeah.
And then they said it to somebody else, and they like.
They're like, that's genius.
Sort of like cool beans. What does that even mean?
Are they cool beans? You shouldn't eat them. You should refry them. That's lazy writing right there. Bee's knees, all because of rhymes. The last melon. Final countdown. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sweaty because of the fire.
I've been at this camp as a counselor.
Uh-huh.
This camp every single day. We've been outside, and the weather this summer has been very rough.
It's been abysmal.
Yeah, for anybody who's been out there. Well, I've been out there from 9 to 5, running with helmets back and forth on a field, trying to hit kids with foam swords for almost the entire time.
What if I had it in? He's like, try to hit kids.
yeah, just trying to hit them, and then foam arrows and stuff like that. So it's been a ton of fun. And I love the kids. Super exhausting and super sweaty, and it feels like every now and then I just fell in a swamp and then I climbed back out.
God.
And that's the sweat. So that's not the story. The story is first day of camp. This kid comes up, a really, really cool kid. No names. I'm not trying to dox anybody.
No, yeah.
He comes up and he looks around. He looks up at our leader, Chris, my dear friend, who I grew up with. And he's like, is this camp gonna be primarily outside? And the light and hope and love that just like got sapped away from Chris was just, it was hilarious. I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty funny. But it was just the idea that that's like, yes, that's all we're doing. All we're doing is outside.
That's it.
Every now and then, so that you don't go into like a heat stroke, we're going inside to get something to drink. And get something
There is no inside, child.
Yeah, like the only inside is like we go inside for like 20 to like 30 minutes, and then we're right back outside in full armor and stuff like that.
Exactly.
We're going back to war.
You're LARPing.
That question would have been super hilarious coming from any other army. Like imagine the Persian army and just like we're gonna lay waste to the Roman.
Do we have to fight? Do we have to fight outside?
One person just raises his hand. He's like, "Hi, new. Just a quick question. It's really hot today. Are we gonna be outside for this entire battle?"
I was talking to our mutual friend, and she apparently does not sweat. Like, she can't sweat, so one day she's gonna pop because she can't sweat anything out to cool down. So she'll just pop at one time, just combust. And
like scientifically, it's like proven, like she cannot sweat at all.
Like, she doesn't sweat like a monster. She's a dainty sweater. And then she's talking, and she's like, yeah, like, I don't use deodorant. Like, if I can go like 3 days without using deodorant. I'm like, I smell like soup after 3 hours of not using deodorant. Like hot soup. Like Campbell's chicken noodle soup. and I forget that I smell like hot soup. And then I avoid myself. I just want to figure out this scientific phenomenon of you not being able to sweat and how can you not smell like hot soup every day.
In the sewage.
Like you just hear foghorn go ba-da, ba-da.
It has been an honor being on your show.
Thank you. And thank you for being on my show.
Yeah, thanks for putting me on the first episode.
And thank you for being on the first episode.
Well, the pleasure was all mine.
And the pleasure was all mine.
I guess you will see them later.
Yes. See what?
You will see your audience later.
Oh, yes. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gone now. Goodbye.